Good morning, students. Today we'll start with types of matrices. So the first matrix is a row matrix. In a row matrix we have only one row, that is number of rows equal to 1. Similarly, in a column matrix we have only one column. For example, AB. In this matrix we have one row and two columns. In this matrix A, B, C we have one row and three columns. So both are the examples of a row matrix. Likewise, in these two matrices we have two rows and one column, three rows and one column. So they have one column. So these are known as column matrix. Now, a zero matrix or a null matrix. A zero matrix or a null matrix is a matrix in which all the elements, that is A, I, J, all elements are zero. Example 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It is a 2 by 3 order matrix with all elements as 0. It is denoted by 0. Fourth is a square matrix. In a square matrix, look students, when we talk about square, so in a rectangle if length is equal to breadth, then it becomes a square. Similarly over here, if number of rows equal to number of columns, if number of rows equal to number of columns, then this matrix becomes a square matrix. Example A, B, C, D. This is a square matrix of order 2. It has 2 rows and 2 columns. This is an example of square matrix of order 3. It has 3 rows and 3 columns. In a square matrix we have a diagonal. Look, this A, E, I. This is a diagonal. So this diagonal is known as leading diagonal or main diagonal. We have another diagonal C, E, G. But this diagonal A, E, I, this is known as the main diagonal, the leading diagonal or the principal diagonal. Now, in general in a square matrix, if we write the elements as A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33, then the diagonal elements have I is equal to J, that is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. And the elements which are above the diagonal, they have I is not equal to J, or we can say that I is less than J, that is 1 is less than 2, 1 is less than 3, 2 is less than 3. And the elements which are below the diagonal, they have I is not equal to J, or we can say that I is greater than J. Look, 2 is greater than 1, 3 is greater than 1, 3 is greater than 2. Now, the fifth comes diagonal matrix. Now, in a diagonal matrix, the definition is the first is M is equal to N. We all know that when M is equal to N, this is a square matrix. So it is clear that a diagonal matrix is a square matrix. Next, Aij is 0, that the elements are 0. So the elements are also 0 in null matrix. But their condition is if I is not equal to J. Now, at what points I is not equal to J? All the elements which are other than diagonal, we have I is not equal to J. So, a diagonal matrix is a square matrix in which all the elements are 0 other than diagonal elements. Examples are A, 0, 0B, A, 0, 0, 0B, 0, 0, 0, C. In this, we have diagonal as AB. In this, we have diagonal as ABC. Rest elements are 0. The diagonal matrices are also represented as DIAG, which stands for diagonal, bracket, the diagonal elements. DIAG, bracket, the diagonal elements. These elements can also be separated by commas. Now, scalar matrix. Scalar matrix, the definition is M is equal to N. It means it is again a square matrix. Elements are K. If I is equal to J, that is the diagonal elements, they will take their value as K, and the elements will take their value as 0 if I is not equal to J, that is other than the diagonal elements. So a scalar matrix is a diagonal matrix in which the diagonal element possesses a constant value, a scalar value. Look, K0, 0K or K0, 0, 0K0, 0, 0K. If this K becomes 1, then the scalar matrix is known as identity matrix or unit matrix. We'll look at the definition. Unit matrix or identity matrix. It has M equal to N, that is number of rows equal to number of columns. So it is a square matrix. Elements are 1 or 0. 1 for the diagonal elements and 0 for the elements which are not the diagonal elements. So 1 0 0 1, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. In this we have the diagonal elements as 1. An identity matrix is also represented by I2. 2 is the order of the matrix. I3, 3 is the order of the matrix. So in general, an identity matrix is represented by In, where n is the order of this matrix. That is, it is a nth order square matrix. So we'll revise it. A row matrix, it has only one row. A column matrix, it has only one column. A zero matrix or a null matrix, it has all its elements zero. A square matrix is a matrix in which number of rows equal to number of columns. In a square matrix, there is a diagonal formation, and this diagonal is known as leading diagonal, the main diagonal, or the principal diagonal. In the diagonal elements, the position of I and j is equal, and other than diagonal elements, I is not equal to j. Now, if in a square matrix, all the elements other than diagonal are 0, all the elements other than diagonal are 0, then this is known as a diagonal matrix. And in a diagonal matrix, if these diagonal elements take a scalar fixed value or a constant value, similar value, then this is known as scalar matrix. And if this value of the scalar is 1, then this is known as unit matrix or identity matrix. Thank you, students.